Yep,
Oh,
here
it
we
worked.
go. Okay.
It
Hello?
worked.
Are you there, Gia?
Hello. Yep. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
I can. And
Okay.
yeah, America and the world, we were afraid that our podcasting platform had decided that maybe we should just wrap it up.
It was
Yeah.
perhaps a gentle message from the universe.
Yeah, maybe
But
move on.
we're sorry. We're sorry for your sake, but it worked this time, so we're going to
It was,
talk for a while.
yeah. And you know what? Gia, to revisit
What?
bar shampoo briefly. Hello?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yep.
I know I was like such a
Misgivings.
massive proponent of this whole concept, and now I'm like so done with it. Okay, go ahead. Did you find one you really loved? Actually, that one I tried at your place.
Yeah.
What was it? Kiss Your Face one or something? That was
Oh,
pretty good.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I was going to say that dinner tonight, actually, it was sort of a surprise with my brother, who is your favorite of my brothers.
Johnny?
Yes, and
What?
his beautiful and delightful girlfriend. I'm sorry, I know you don't like to
I don't
hear
need to
that.
hear about that. But is Johnny a fan of the bar shampoo? Is that what's happening?
Well, I brought it up.
Of course you did, yeah. And then you told them about our podcast, and yeah.
Well, yeah, they knew about that, and they don't ever bring that up. But
Yeah, no, smart.
Well, he said, it would be guests once in a while, and I mentioned that we'd had Adam on for various reasons, one of which was to get his take on bar shampoo.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, we had all tried it with it was a bit of a roller coaster ride, I would say,
varying
for each
degrees
of
of success. Yeah.
Yeah. And his lovely girlfriend asked if we had considered not shampooing as frequently. And I don't know if you shampoo your hair every day. Did we get into that at all?
I don't know if we got into it, but no, I don't.
Okay.
But
I guess, go ahead.
I wet it every day, but sometimes I just use conditioner, if that makes sense.
Sure. This is a safe space, Gia. We already know about your underwear labeling system.
I know. Mm-hmm. I hope you didn't tell Johnny about that. No, I was advised by. I had kind of a bohemian hairdresser for a while, and she was trying to swab coconut oil all over my head all the time. And
was this in a salon or in the back of a van at a dead show?
It was in Maine in a it was like her private salon kind of thing.
Okay.
But she was legit. But she was very anti-shampooing your hair all the time, and she was you're stripping all the oils.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite hang with her advice, but I do find that it's okay to not wash it every single day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. All right.
But that okay. So that was your thought on that.
Well, she thought that maybe the dryness that we've experienced might might be because we're shampooing too often,
too frequently. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. And I don't know. I suppose I could try not shampooing. Maybe try the hair wetting thing.
It's hard. It can be hard.
What's the worst that can happen?
Exactly. We were just saying that's not a thread you want to pull on the worst. It's hard to break away from that, but but you'll be all right. But I have to use conditioner because otherwise I just can't get it combed through the whole thing.
Yeah. And I don't hate the idea of just using conditioner once in a while.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, try it. Okay. See what happens.
All right. I do.
Don't worry. It's not going to be a visual for everybody, so we'll.
And I think I may have lost Adam as a friend, but if I ever do establish contact with him again, I would like to have him back so we can sort of have maybe
Well,
conclude our bar shampoo
our bar
conversation.
shampoo, yeah, bring it full circle. But
Yeah,
I'd like to know what's happening with the strike, and he was helpful in
yes,
explaining the circumstances there. And
right.
I just feel like unless you go digging for that news, it's not in the headlines anymore. You know, the news cycle seems to have moved on, even though it's still happening.
Yeah, and I feel like somebody must be controlling that, you know, maybe it's like the big studios or whatever. Maybe they have some sort of
it's probably just algorithms and what's getting the clicks. And so if it's not getting the clicks, it's time to move on to whatever.
You're like a click expert.
I'm a jaded algorithm person. Well, because you know how you're on your phone, anything you click on or whatever, suddenly you've got 8,000 articles about, you know, Fleetwood Mac or whatever, and you don't even have to click on something, you just say something and it's
exactly. I know. I'm starting to like regret things that I've said because I don't need a whole.
I've been regretting things that I've said ever since I could open my mouth and speak, you know. But
yes, point taken, Gia. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Like I get a lot of like 100 recipes with Cool Whip now, and you know.
Oh well, like you did that to yourself. I mean,
I sure did. And I don't need a recipe. I just need the Cool Whip, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm sorry to probably we lost it. My brother was like, do you feel like the bar shampoo conversations are captivating to people? Like, no, that's a hard no.
That's not really what we're going for.
You know, it's not all about the dollars, man.
Good thing. Let's see. Let's try and bring it back to General Hospital.
Yeah.
Do you think any of the actors on General Hospital use a bar shampoo?
Well, that might explain some of the dullness that we'd seen. You know, I don't know if we've experienced that as much lately.
In their acting.
In their hair. Remember, we were sort of commenting on like Elizabeth's hair for a while.
Oh, sometimes, yeah. And Michael, of course, we noted had sort of a change in his look.
Yeah.
So maybe they're experimenting with bar shampoo. I feel like if bar shampoo is going to work for anybody, men with short hair or women with short hair, it would certainly be an easier.
Yeah. And that was one of the reasons why I think I stopped using bar shampoo is my hair's just a little too long to
You've got a lot of hair going on.
Yeah, but it makes me want to cut my hair really short because I do think that would be a fun experiment to just use it with short hair.
All right. Well,
so that might happen. Yeah.
Okay.
Then I think people will stare because I don't know if I can cut my hair short. Like I'm no Cyrus, you know.
Course, I was going to say, of course, you're not considering going to a salon to have it cut. You're just going to do it yourself.
No. Yeah. So it might look like a loud cry for help. So we'll see.
All right.
I'll let you know if I wind up in Ferncliff next to Cody and Sasha.
Segue.
Thank you.
Yeah. What's going to happen there? What is going to happen?
Well, I think we knew that what's happened was going to happen. That he would get caught because he's a ding-a-ling, and
so immediately, yes.
And Sasha, man, she cannot catch a break, you know.
Yeah.
But I thought when it surprised me when she was so sort of lucid when the doctor showed up.
Well, yeah, right? But he shot her up with something. That's why she lost lucidity.
I know, but I thought she had kind of lost lucidity, you know, almost around the clock. Like I didn't think she could like pull herself back together enough. You know, to feel like she could almost like persuade him to let. So I thought if she was that lucid, maybe she didn't have enough energy or will to come up with a better plan. But it seemed like she could have, I don't know, maybe tried a different approach.
My fear now is that Cody will also be shot up with whatever this new, you know.
Yeah, like so fear, hope, because to me that would be a good outcome.
If Cody gets shot up in the teeth.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
my husband, who's kind of a plot whisperer,
Right.
he saw a little bit of this, and he said that they're gonna end up injecting the evil Dr. Montague with his own stuff, and that's how they'll make their getaway.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that would be a plausible turn of
Yeah.
events.
Yeah, I suppose. Sure. I would like Cody to maybe suffer for a little while.
Why are you so mean to Cody now? What's going on?
Well, I never really was on Team Cody.
Yeah, but he's trying to do a good deed here.
Sure, but it took him a long time to get here, and he still hasn't, really, like, he could have taken a more direct route if he'd been more honest, and
yeah, that's true. That's true.
But
sometimes the plots drag so slowly.
Yeah.
And then with this thing, they've got Cody in there. He's been in there like a day. Has he even been in there? He's already made his moves, which is probably for the best. But I thought they'd have him be, drugged up, and I thought we'd see him in some group therapy. And
that would have been interesting, yeah. Although that scene he had with that other doctor, I thought that was hard to watch. That was a lot, lot of noise.
Where he's leaping on the bed.
Yeah, I'm sure he was going for the demi, but I don't know. I
saw a meme on Facebook where they had a split screen of him on the bed and then also Tom Cruise leaping on Oprah's couch.
That's cute.
Well, that's pretty good. I wish I could take credit for it, but yeah. Similarly unhinged, not enough meds on board kind of moment.
Right. Yeah.
Everyone's there.
Yeah. So I don't know about that whole. That storyline is still it makes us very uncomfortable.
It's very painful to watch, and I still would somehow Cody's in there to bust her out, but I still would somehow like her to be the agent of her own freedom somehow. Like maybe she'll be the one who comes up with the plan to escape or something, which seems unlikely because, like you said, she's medicated to the gills, and whatever Montague's getting.
Yeah.
What was it? So she won't even remember her own name, somebody else's name or his name or something like that.
Right.
So what does that mean?
Yeah, that sounds very bad. Like he might as well kill her. Yeah. But she did show sort of the potential when she was talking to him,
Right. Yeah.
But I just feel like, every time she tries to talk to someone, it backfires. So it would be better if she could just maybe pretend she's out, and in some sort of a stupor, but meanwhile be sort of plotting something.
Yeah.
Like
I do
maybe
that
they wouldn't.
I pretend I'm in a stupor, but I'm actually plotting.
Okay.
No, that's a good play. Well, it gets me about they keep the one nurse who started, the blonde nurse, I can't think of her name.
Yeah.
Who started out being snarky and evil and you thought she was in cahoots with Montague.
Right.
And now she's being sympathetic, which is that flip. But anyway, she keeps saying that our treatment isn't working for Sasha. Our treatment's like, what treatment? You just leave her in a room.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I'd like to have seen some of this treatment that they're all going through.
Yeah, and maybe he's told her that they're performing some sort of treatment plan, but maybe he's
that's
not.
True.
Okay. I don't know, but
you've defended her. That's okay.
I don't know.
No, but I just think taking people with mental issues and locking them in cement rooms. Doesn't constitute actual treatment. I mean, if you're just trying to make people on the street not have to see them, that accomplishes that. But it's not really treating anybody.
No, it's like solitary confinement, which is supposedly like one of the worst punishments for people. Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
worst punishment, and probably the worst thing you could do is a mental issue,
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah.
Isolation. But there's more treatment going on in Cyrus's little world over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they've got fun activities, and they've got a lot of freedom in the shower. And
for horse play and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm waiting for like some towel snapping.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be?
I can't believe they've done a couple of shower scenes now. That seems exorbitant.
Yeah. It's hard to know who their target audience is at this point.
Right. I mean, yeah, if maybe they started with some grindy boom chicka chicka boom chicka music or something. I don't know. That would be fun if they did that.
That would be fun.
It's just so we can see Drew with no shirt on because they've got in their contract. So Chase and Drew have to have
either a shower scene or a pool scene every 90 days.
So we were speaking of pool, we were at the pool. I feel like the pool days are drawing to a close. Because they mentioned school being back in and end of summer. Yeah. And I like the girls' pool, the ladies' pool outfits today.
Yeah, I was thinking, those are healthy young ladies, aren't they?
Yeah, and they have a great like summer wardrobe with lots of different bathing suits and pool covers. And I never had that. Maybe my life would have been different had I had that sort of a thing going on.
Yeah, you think so?
I never felt like you needed more than one bathing suit, like until that bathing suit wore out. But they're thinking of it more like wardrobe choices, you know.
And you're thinking of it like underwear.
More like underwear, yeah. And to be honest, even theme. Right now, I have my old bathing suit, which just, like when the elastic goes on stuff, it just goes. Like I don't know where it goes.
Yeah, I do know, Gia.
But I have trouble parting with stuff, and so I throw it out, and I'm like, no, this will be a good one to take to the beach where I don't care if it gets, sandy. So
you can almost hear our listeners sort of gasping.
So I've kept a really crappy bathing suit just as a backup bathing suit. That's wrong, I know.
Yeah. It's funny. Like, I don't feel like either of us has really succeeded as an adult. Would you say that's accurate?
I don't even have to think about that. Well, I would say that you've progressed further along.
No, because
maybe
I was
just because you're older.
Oh gosh, rough. That's rough stuff. No, I was thinking. Although at least I have reached a point where I will throw out underwear or socks. Socks also, Gia. Bathing suits, stuff that I know isn't working for whatever reason.
Quilt out of it.
Out of underwear. That's a good idea, Gia. My God.
Anyway, okay, back to the pool scene.
Oh, sorry. No, but I was going to say in your column of adult behavior, you have at least embraced the colonoscopy, which I have not and never will. So,
also, I drink coffee in the morning also. I'm not like dishing ice cream into my international foods or whatever the hell you're doing there.
Oh, also, you'll like this. My brother, I was telling him that, we had memory issues and that we wanted to get sponsored by Prevagen or something.
Yeah.
And he said, I think music keep your brain healthy. And he was talking about you being a musician.
Oh, he was talking about me, was he?
And then he said, I shouldn't blow it, but
no. Oh, no.
Then he said, well, it might, if she's like thinking about theory and stuff like that. And, and he's like,
go ahead and kick me while I was down.
Yeah. and he said, but maybe she's just sort of wailing on her washboard and stuff, you know.
Well, I am thinking about theory, and I frequently watch YouTube things on theory, and then I'm like, wait a minute, and then I go back and I rewatch, and I'm, wait a minute, and like people that I mean, I really I need like I would love to go back and do music class like from kindergarten on, but wouldn't I look stupid, you know? But that's how I need stuff explained to me. It's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would think it really is good for your brain. And some of the smartest people I know are musicians. And I don't know if it's because they're musicians or probably not. Probably vice versa. But
maybe, I don't know, Gia, but
anyway.
You're smart enough. You're smart enough.
Oh yeah, I get by.
Anyway, okay. I'm sorry. We're digressing quite a lot.
I'm trying to keep it on track, and you're being
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Gia.
Pool scene.
Yeah.
Trina.
Yeah.
And Joss and Spencer.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed Spencer. I'm feeling like I'm still not feeling like happy with Spencer and Trina as a couple anymore. I feel like the magic is kind of gone from that. I don't know what happened. It just sort of dissipated like a mist in the air.
Yeah. There's been a little too much foreshadowing sort of all the reasons why they're not going to work out. You know what I mean?
And so they just never really had their relationship. It was kind of what Trina said today. Like she thought the summer was going to be their summer, and it didn't really happen.
Yeah, and that seemed like I liked that statement, you know. It was it kind of captured it all, sort of. I thought.
It was an accurate reflection. But I like when Spencer comes in and says something, you know, shitty and then apologize. You know, he's so true to his character, to his nature all the time. So I like to see that, but
and I was thinking, and I'm sorry, I'm having trouble focusing, but that's one that's one of the things I like about ER.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
No, just that it seems like the writers do a good job, I think, of writing lines that are appropriate for each character. You know what I mean?
Well, I think sometimes they flip-flop a little bit with people, like with Carter. Like sometimes Carter will be just the nicest boy in the world, and you're like, oh my God, he's like a puppy, he's so nice. And then I'll have him say something shitty to somebody, you know, really judgmental, and I think, you know,
maybe that's true. Yeah, but then there's character, and I guess some of the characters it would be sort of easy to write consistently for them, like Romano, because he's such a dick, you know. Although he has little moments of surprise.
I like Romano.
Of course you do. Of course you do. But also Weaver, like I've really come to sort of respect that.
Yeah,
character.
They've done a good job with Weaver because they show her humanity.
And how hard her job is, really.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. So I like what she is a good character.
Benton, I think, you know, like some of those characters have been like sort of consistent, but they have evolved and grown a bit.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But you're right about Carter. He's not like fully formed or something, you know.
Something. I think they sometimes.
Yeah.
Need, I don't know. But
anyway, I'm sorry. But I think Spencer
podcast.
Spencer they do a good job writing for him.
Trina, they've been a little in the weeds for a while. And the whole, I don't know, the storyline with she and Curtis. You know, I just wish they'd stick with something like, I remember how quite a while ago they showed Taggart. They implied that Taggart had a drinking problem. Yeah,
and that he was really suffering from all of this.
Yeah, and then Taggart has simply disappeared. And it's like, okay, so you introduce that, and are you going to follow up with that, or we're not going to care by the time they get around to it again?
Yeah, and it's going to be so far away from like this, you know, change that's happened that it's going to seem silly if he's still, you know, hasn't like progressed or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I hate hearing Trina call Curtis dad and daddy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're guilty of that all the time on soaps. Like, I don't like Curtis calling Marshall dad all the time either. So like,
yeah.
you know, I don't know. That just wouldn't be easy if some stranger is
Right.
suddenly you're just told that that's your father. I don't know. I don't think I'd be calling him dad within a month.
No, I don't think so either. Yeah. Huh.
No matter how much you liked him, I just think that relationship.
Yeah.
It's a nature versus nurture thing, but
okay, Gia.
I don't know. Right. I don't know when that title gets awarded, but it wouldn't be that quick.
Yeah,
I wouldn't think.
Yeah, gotcha.
Anyway, okay. What else happened? I can only think of today. Basically, we had a Carly Nina, a little bit of a a moment there with them.
Yeah, and this was the first time in a while that when Carly, you know, how the void or whatever that Nina had caused.
A vacuum.
Yeah. I thought, okay, her timing was perfect there. I thought, you know.
Right. Yeah, because I'd kind of forgotten, like, oh, right, that was her fault, wasn't it?
Yeah. And now Nina, it's a nice bit of karma that Nina might have to panic over this,
right?
You know.
And if they're relying on Nina to stay calm, you know, they are up shit creek without a paddle there.
Yeah, it would be funny if Eddie could start to sort of gaslight her a little bit, like maybe he starts to remember and would be toying with her, so she'd have that going on,
and her eye will be just leaping around her face,
popping out of her head, and rattling across the floor.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, can you imagine like Carly back when that occurred and she stepped in and led the organization, more adept at that and perfect for it. And then you think about Nina trying to like run a meeting of the families.
Yeah, that would be funny. That would be really funny.
Do that. Although she has been a little more in charge with the Gladys thing, but I don't know. That's still.
Yeah, Gladys.
She's still like making phone calls and being like, you know, and just,
you
know, flying off the handle a little bit. I mean, that's her personality. I guess they're keeping her personality.
Yeah, mostly.
But let's see what else.
We had kind of an interesting scene with Anna and Valentine.
Oh, did you
like that today?
Where they're both like, darling, did you take a hot shower? Darling, yes, I did. Darling, I did take a hot shower.
It was
darling,
a little
you got back from the airport very quickly, darling.
It was a little like one of those like foreign movies, you know, where everything is a little bit stilted, you know,
a little bit off. Yeah.
I did think and maybe they didn't execute it as well as they could have, but I thought, you know, I wonder what that would feel like when you're both like questioning the other person and you're sort of too afraid to like just say it outright. You know?
I don't know. And is it good to lie to your partner ever? I'm trying to think like how many times have I lied to my husband? Outright lied. I don't know if I've outright like bald-faced lied.
Yeah.
I don't probably think I have. I mean, I may have omitted a few things for people's safety, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever like lied about my whereabouts or any.
Right.
That's a bad precedent to set. It's a slippery slope, I would think.
Oh yeah, totally. Once you've gone there once, it just would think it
I've lied to you, like you know, no problem. That's not an issue, but I'm talking about like a spouse or a love interest, you know.
Yeah.
Friends, you lie to them all the time.
Oh, yeah. That's why we're still friends, because we're rarely honest with each other. Yeah.
Right. Right. I probably should have started lying to you earlier. I think I told you the truth too frequently.
I know. Yeah, I would appreciate more dishonesty if you
More
wouldn't
dishonesty.
mind. Yeah,
Okay.
that would be great. Thank you.
I'll work on it.
But,
I thought about you. This is like from our conversation last time. We were talking about Nicholas and verb tense and was and were.
yeah.
And you know that song, What If God Was One of Us?
Yes, I've thought about that with that song. Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
bothers me.
Yeah.
Because shouldn't that be what if God were one of us? That isn't
Yeah.
that exactly what I was talking about?
Yes.
When you're using the if, it's like something about a like a hypothetical or something like that. And that's when you use the were instead of the was.
Right.
And it's just hard for me to hear that song. That's all.
I agree, Gia. Yeah.
I tried to sit with it, and be okay with it. I'm like, no, damn it. Somebody should have told her.
I'm going to own this hatred.
I'm calling Joan Osborne.
I don't think it's her song originally. I think it was like,
oh no, it's like the Hooters or something.
Yeah, like that. I almost said that, and I was like, God, was that really their name?
That I know that shit.
I know.
Oh, that's up there where there could have been some like music theory or math or something.
Instead, you got the
Hooters.
Yeah, taking up a little real estate. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Anyway, okay. Anna and Valentine. So is that the beginning of the end for them, do you think? Are we breaking them up?
Gosh, that's another case of like somehow relationship like the wind has been taken out of their sails or something. Like there's no magic all of a sudden, and there was a moment or two where they were really enjoyable together.
Yeah.
I thought not as spies.
Same old that once the anticipation of the couple getting together has been resolved, that then it's not interesting, like Sam and Diane,
Yeah, maybe. I was thinking so wait, Sam McCall and Diane the lawyer.
Now that might be hot. I would like be much more on board with that than Diane and Robert, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Sam McCall might need a lawyer. I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say from the Anna and Valentine thing, if we shifted over to this discussion about Sam and Dante and him figuring
do you have
out
anything to say to me about that?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Well,
I'm listening.
Okay, thank you. I thought Dante came around way too easily. I didn't think that he would ever believe that was a good plan and that was the only option. And I also don't think Sam truly would have believed that was the only option. So that was a little disappointing to me.
I guess I believe Sam would. I mean, Sam was a con artist. I mean, that's she as a con artist. A flim-flam woman, if you will.
Flim-flam woman?
I don't know. That's not the right. There's some other terms for con artist, right?
Yeah, it's some flim-flam does seem like it fits in there somewhere. But what did you think? So you were okay with his accepting her?
No, I agree that probably wouldn't have happened that quickly. But no, I just wanted to get credit because I predicted that would be an issue between Sam and Dante.
I thought it would be more of an issue than it
that she hadn't that she was kind of keeping that from him.
And she sort of owned up to it pretty quickly. Which was good. I thought I didn't want that to drag on.
Well, and now they're probably going to have to go in and rescue the two of them.
Sheesh. I don't know. Be quite a crowd there.
Yeah, and Nina and Gladys will probably come flying in with their blonde hair flying.
Maybe, who knows, if like a fight with a syringe flying about, maybe one of them will get injected and lose their memory.
Gladys, maybe, and then Gladys will come back as a better person,
as a lovely woman, as that weird nurse that we had never seen before that helped Willow.
I was waiting on that Willow story with that nurse. I was waiting to hear that nurse actually exists. That was all going to be Did that get implied at some point?
I don't know. Maybe we just thought because she had never.
Would be a cool thing to do with that, to just have that be her conscience, like drifting, and have that all have been in Willow's head. That would make Willow more interesting.
It would, yeah. But I guess they would have had to play it out a little differently. I don't know.
A little more.
But yeah. But I do think still that these writers, I know this is controversial, but I think overall they're doing quite a good job. I feel like sometimes the dialogue is a little more interesting than it had been.
And like we've said, they're moving along storylines that have been creeping for years, it feels like. So that's satisfying, at least, to have things moving along.
I wonder how this Sonny thing, like if he really would be gone for a while. I don't know. It is a little tiresome to just, who's involved, and like, is Valentine, all these different
the
people.
Pikemen, all that stuff. They need to tie that thing up with a big fat ribbon.
Yeah, big fat ribbon.
I must confess, I fell asleep yesterday. And then today, me or the cat, but somebody clicked the remote. Apparently, I was like, "This is the longest commercial break." I clicked it to like the other ABC affiliate or something, and it was just showing like local weather or something. I was like, why is there such an update on the weather? So I'm just saying that I lost a little time for a couple days there.
Okay.
Or maybe the cat was saying, "This show is boring."
Maybe the cat doesn't want us to do this anymore. Poor
She
kitty.
probably doesn't. Poor cat.
Oh dear.
Let's see what else we had. Chase and
a little
Brooklyn,
bit of Chase in Brooklyn.
Yeah, they're moving in together. Bliss. And we don't know. Is Dad gonna go ahead and confess his illness to them, or is it the moment to?
Yeah, he had a little tiny window there, but I don't know.
He can't be the downer. He doesn't want to be Debbie Downer at the pizza party.
No, but I hope he does tell them soon. I feel like that's worthless to drag that out.
Yeah. The other thing that was happening with me was that I had just stated that I felt like the universe was trying to tell me that I needed pizza.
From that
just
scene?
been a lot of signs.
Oh, okay. More than just that scene on the show?
No, and then that scene happened, and I was
what
the hell? What the hell? I'm going to have to get a pizza soon. Even though it wasn't really all that good looking a pizza, I was kind of...
Yeah.
I eyeballed it. I would still eat it, I wouldn't kick it out of bed, but
I ate pizza for dinner.
You did?
I did.
That's another sign. I haven't had a pizza in a long time.
Yeah.
Did you make it yourself, or did you get it?
No, it was when I was out to dinner with the kids. Yeah.
Oh, I see. With the kids. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that was nice. Yeah.
Johnny. Girlfriend do anything useful? Like that last girlfriend, I think, or one of them made soap, and that was. Remember how she'd give us all a lot of soap?
It's the same one. Yeah, this is the soap.
Oh,
girlfriend.
It's the same one. Okay, but she's not making soap anymore because it makes her less useful.
I hope she doesn't tune into this. This is awful.
She was very lovely. She was quite lovely.
And
the soap was great. I thought she was great at that.
Well, she was, I think, a sales rep for the company, and it's Sally Ander soap. Sally Ander is a nice little New
so
York.
she wasn't personally making it.
No, but
okay.
I told her that we sold it up here at the bookstore where I work. She works at a restaurant now, at a vegan restaurant. She can make delicious vegan meals, I must say.
Okay.
Yes, useful, Gia.
All right. I know, but I'm just thinking now I've got to feel guilty about my heavy cream usage again and all that stuff.
Well, they were cheating while they were up here. It's hard to be vegan everywhere you go, I guess, you know.
It's hard to be vegan anywhere you go. Yeah.
Anywhere, that's true. I can't do it. I try
No.
in small areas, but I can't. I'd have to have a personal chef, and
Yeah.
still it would be very
That'd be great.
difficult.
Wouldn't that be great?
Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, that would be real nice.
Anyway, okay, back to hospital. What?
I'll tell you what I didn't like.
Okay, let's hear it.
The whole, and I know this is going to keep going, but the whole Christina Molly nonsense.
Yeah, this new Molly is such a different Molly.
Yeah,
I guess I'm just gonna have to be like, okay, this is a different character, and that's whatever, and like her or not like her. At the moment, I do not like her. Not
even a little bit. And it's funny, like when Alexis kind of said, I think basically what we're all thinking, that you're adults. This is, I'm tired of this. It's been going on too long. But then after, then they cut to Molly, holding her little stuffed animal, and it's
and I'm like, I was like, oh my God, that fucking stuffed animal.
Yeah,
you're making me use the F word.
Yeah.
I'm like, and her little, just a little girlishness. And she mentioned something about being the ADA, and I was like, really?
Yeah, I know.
That she actually worked and was, in a really high-powered kind of job, and I was like, this sibling crap is just. I mean, I know it exists and it's for real and all that, but it's like you're reducing her to something really unlikable and selfish and whiny and. And then they're going to drag on with this surrogate baby story.
Yeah, and that was such an unfortunate. Yeah, that just, and also I still feel like that was such, I don't know, like a unexpected storyline because there had been no real history of her and TJ.
No, I mean, they really barely touched on she and TJ since like, I don't know, since they decided to do their whatever it is, their non-marriage marriage.
Their like commitment ceremony or whatever.
Like I think that was the last deep storyline we had with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now we've got this, which is going to be yucko, and they're probably she's gonna drive that surrogate nuts.
Oh God!
She won't be able to stop pestering her, and she'll probably have her being a vegan and using bar shampoo, and dropping any product that might make parts of your body smell better. She probably won't allow that. She's going to be over involved, I'm afraid.
That would be, I almost think that would be funny, but I'm so tired of her that I really don't want to see her at all, Yeah,
maybe they could take her in a comic direction. Maybe she's got a comic flair that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, we really haven't seen it. So I'm
a little tired. I'm a little tired of the new Christina too. They've
I am
her,
too.
Popping in everybody's office and stirring shit up.
And acting like she is the victim. It's like I don't know. They both act like they're such wounded people, and I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they are, but the way they're acting just doesn't. I don't know. Doesn't make you sympathetic, No,
neither one's coming across as very sympathetic. But although I'm leaning more towards Christina at the moment with my sympathies, but not a lot, Just like, oh God, move on, people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that's rough.
Yeah, a little too much time on that. Okay, you hated that. Good for you.
Thank you.
Glad you're still filled with hate. And
always.
Yeah. I haven't been filled with hate. Just, a little bit about the was were thing with that song.
Yeah. Obviously, that's upsetting.
Not hate. It was just like sticking in my craw. Like, why doesn't anybody know that? I haven't Googled yet. I need to Google verb tense and just sort of brush up on that. Just so I can annoy people more with Everybody loves having their grammar corrected after
Everybody. I've never met anyone who didn't enjoy that. Yeah. So,
You know what? You know what I thought about? I spent so much time, back when we were being composition instructors.
Yeah.
With subject verb agreement and singular and plural and all that. And I was thinking about now that people can choose pronouns and choose the they.
Yeah, that drives me crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and so now I'm like, well, that's going to really mess up like correcting papers for people.
Totally. Yeah. If you're an English major, all of these developments are really hard to.
They're going to be hard to take. Yeah.
They are. Yeah.
So I remember telling people like, no, that should be he or she, and they would be like incredulous. They were like,
I know,
incredulous that I would know that, incredulous that I would bother correcting it, incredulous that seemed
they should
important
care.
to me. Yeah,
yeah, all of it. Yeah,
and I'd be like, and this is why they hate me, and now I get it. This and so many other reasons.
No, that's really the main reason.
Also, I remember being like really like bent about like when people would put punctuation outside of the quotation marks.
Yeah, I know that. I remember that upset you. Yeah,
you do, because it seems so simple. It just seems like that's so easy. That's like a really easy thing to get. Yeah. So I have a lot of faults.
Oh, Gia, don't we?
Anyway.
Don't we?
Well, I don't know if we had strong content here.
You don't know?
Yeah, we had a little trouble keeping it on the tracks. But I don't know if we had a lot of strong material to work with. I feel like we haven't had a shimmering magic day in some time. We need a shimmering magic day.
That's probably true. Yeah.
With something shocking or surprising or satisfying or a little bit magic.
A little bit of magic. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what that would look like, but I think it's certainly possible. It doesn't even have. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't even think it has to have like major action for me.
No, it could just be snappy dialogue, even.
Exactly. Yeah. Like really capturing the essence of like a relationship or something. Yeah. And like we were talking about character consistency. This is just the last thing I'll say about it. When Dante sort of confronted Michael and he was so angry, that seemed like a little bit of a shift, because in the previous episode, he didn't seem like he was nearly that. Like he was talking to Sam about it, right? And he was upset, but I don't remember him acting like he was, Michael was the
right.
culprit,
Yeah.
I don't know. It seemed a little
playing fast and loose with his character a little
bit. Yeah. And we like Dante a lot. But usually he's kind of the voice of reason,
Right. And he's the one calming things down.
And sort of getting at like what's really, important or stuff
unless
like
you
that.
click a pen around him and then he's
then he's jamming a shiv in your side.
Better get him a Snickers. You're not yourself.
Oh, imagine if he's at Ferncliff with everybody else.
Clicks their pen to write on their clipboard.
Somebody clicks their pen at the same time that syringe is being produced. All right. Man.
Yeah. Well, we're pretty worried about this syringe, so that might be our moment. Yeah. Something interesting, perhaps.
And was it Alexis? Did she actually get him with a syringe?
Yeah. Was it Dante that she got?
I think so. Wasn't she going for Franco? Is that right?
Was that what it was? I think you're right. I don't know. Man, that's bad news that we can't remember.
Yeah.
She got somebody. It was like her last drunken moment kind of thing.
Yeah. So it'd be kind of interesting if he got stuck with a syringe. Oh, yeah. Gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times. Okay. Good times. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
all right,
we
Gia.
covered some stuff, and we're feeling a little dissatisfied, but we're going to keep watching. So
Yeah, and not thoroughly dissatisfied. Maybe we're just like distracted by other stuff, you know. I feel like I haven't been able to give my full attention to the show lately.
yeah, I've been like having the moments where I'm like, oh, we're only at halfway through, just kind of
Yeah.
like
Uh-huh.
wishing it through rather than
Rather than
really
savoring it.
immersed in it and savoring it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd like to
that's true.
savor it again.
I know, me too. Me
Oh
too.
well.
Yeah.
All
Oh
right.
well. Okay.
Okay. Well, maybe tomorrow.
Maybe,
Yeah,
Gia.
could happen.
Okay. It could.
Uh,
It could.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Shall we
Okay,
wrap
dear.
it up there?
Yeah, let's pull the plug on this thing.
All right. Thanks for listening out there, people.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
Switzerland. Thank
Oh,
you. We
thank
have
you.
Switzerland now. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good
All right.
night.
Have a lovely evening. We'll see you in a few days.
Okay, Gia. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye.